Muerto. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Del
And
Muerto.
yeah, Muerto. And I went to its Instagram and it's not English. I think it's Spanish, if I'm not
It's
mistaken.
Spanish, yeah.
Yeah. What is that?
um, it's a brewery. Okay, it's called Del Muerto, and it's in Mexico. So it's a brewery that I started with a friend, again a
In
partner.
Mexico.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So I am in Minnesota, which is north of the United States,
That's why I'm like,
and
wow.
our brewery is
Mex-
all the way down to Mexico. Yeah, so it's pretty much like he's Mexican, obviously. So my friend is Mexican. He grew up in Mexico. He came to the state. I met him in school. We just talked, and after like that was 2019, we had a good conversation. Back then, I was trying to do everything. I was hustling here and there. I was doing, online. I do an online business. I've done,
Typical
I've done it.
business.
I've tried a lot of things. I've tried a lot of things. So, and then the guy came to me with this plan, with this business. I was like, let's do it. Let's do it. And then so we had the brewmaster, which is the main brewer, who was in Mexico, right? He's a pretty much a good friend of him. So we just pretty much invested. Like, okay, let's do the brewery. We started. We pretty much bought material, like the equipment that you need to brew. Everything is already there. We bought it. We start pretty much brewing the beer. We call it Del Muerto, which in Mexico they have Dias del Muerta, which is the Day of the Dead. I don't know if you know the Mexican culture. They value that the Day of the Dead a lot. It's all about
Ah,
history. Like our
culture.
beer, yeah, our beer was kind of tied to the culture, and then even our bottles, um, pretty much everything has an history behind it, a story behind it. So it's artisanal beer, which is good. We have three main products. We have the porter, which is dark. It's like dark beer. We have amber, which is a little lighter, and then we have chipotle, which is spicy, a little spicy beer. So yeah, we diversify like that. So that was in 2019. We started it. We start producing beer. 2020 happened.
Sorry, did you have to go to Moscow? Sorry, Mexico.
Oh, in Mexico? No, no. I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't actually go to Mexico. My friend went to Mexico because he has family down there. And
yeah.
again,
No,
nowadays,
what I'm asking is you as a partner, right?
no,
Oh, okay.
I didn't go down there. I'm going there this year. I'm going there this year. So I didn't go down there then. That was in 20. That was like the end of 2019. I didn't travel to Mexico. We just called. We had Zoom calls like this. We have video calls, show us pretty much what's going on, everything. We have contract. Everything was, again,
Online.
you can do business anywhere you want.
Yeah.
It's all about people just find excuses not to do things. You know, like that's not how I do it. Anyways, we started. We just did. We started and we were producing. We actually produced beers. We actually start advertising, marketing. I don't know if you saw some videos where we're sponsoring like a race, like a little marathon in Mexico, things like that. We actually were
Yeah.
trying to involve ourselves. Yeah, marketing, and then in 2020, we pretty much hit the wall with COVID because in Mexico they had some weird regulations where you cannot even sell
Restriction.
beer. Yeah, you cannot sell beer. I was like, what does COVID have to do with beer? But anyways, you cannot sell, you
That's
cannot do
actually
all
not
these
only in
things.
Mexico. Actually, like a lot of countries as well
Yeah,
had
I was
alcohol
like,
restrictions.
yes, and it was insane. We couldn't sell. Everything was just sitting on standby. Obviously, there was the pandemic and
Yeah.
lockdown. Like it was crazy. So we used that time to um, pretty much make ourselves efficient. We didn't just stop. We're like, okay, let's make ourselves efficient and let's find ways to grow. That's how we connected with a brewery here in the United States. We talked to one of the we actually approached it's Mankato Brewery. It's in Mankato. That's when we went to school. Like our university was in Mankato. We approached the CEO, which is pretty much the owner of that company, with our plan. Hey, we want to do this, this, and that. can we do something together? And the guy was excited. I was like, oh yeah, sure, we can do it. That sounds good. I love, I would like to bring a Mexican flavor in the United States. Just make pretty much make a buzz. And that was right before the pandemic, by the way. So when the pandemic happened, that stops as well. And then once we started trying to make ourselves efficient, we start learning, our brewmasters start learning new ways to reduce the cost, production costs, to keep the same quality and maximize profit. Reduce the costs, you sell it, and then you maximize the profit. And then when everything started opening up, that's when he came. We pulled some strings here and there, and then yeah, he came to the United States. um, so now we produce the beer here in the United States with Mankato Brewery as a collaboration. So and then yeah, they produce pretty much beers, and we brewed last month on the 25th, on the 24th or the 25th. So it's 3 weeks now in this. So it takes 3 weeks for us to ferment, be ready. So this month, I think next week, we're gonna have now it's gonna be available for sale to everybody to access. So it's fun.
Yeah, I
And
even saw
yeah,
you
I
clips
was on TV
on
too. I was like, oh
TV.
my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's a buzz. Mankato Brewery is pretty much it's fairly big down in Mankato. So they actually called the media. The media came, people came. Like I was like, oh my God, I wasn't ready. But I had to do what I gotta do. They're like, oh, Keys, by the way, you're the one that's gonna speak. I was like, okay. And then I just talked about it. We just had fun, and people were there. We hung out, and yeah, they're pretty much waiting for next week for the product to come out in the next couple of weeks.
How do you feel about it?
Oh, it's a great achievement. The
Yeah,
thing is, um, it's it's something big because we started everything that I'm doing. We started like I'm starting from scratch, to be honest. Like we start from scratch. People don't believe in you. You don't understand. You don't know how many people. I have family, I have friends. You don't know how many people look at me like, kid, you crazy. No, you can't. No way. But not until when you do it, that's when people feel like, oh
they're
man,
part of
this guy is
you.
actually doing it. You know what I mean? So there is people don't believe in you.
Yeah,
People say no.
sometimes
People,
they actually believe in you, but they don't believe in what you're going to do, right?
yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good way to put it. That's a good way to put it. And it's like, again, it's like family, friends that maybe people are scared for you. Family and friends, just it's not a bad thing. It's just like they care for you. Like, oh my God, we don't want you to just go do that for. You don't want you to lose money. We don't want you to, like they're just scared. Like,
waste
oh no,
time.
no, they're scared for you.
Yeah.
But again, we came across a lot of hardship, a lot of ups and downs. Obviously, for us to come to that point to actually, to bring the beer up in the United States and have a collaboration with a brewery, yeah, it took a lot of hard work. It took a lot of hard work, a lot of back and forth, a lot of paperwork, a lot of this and that. So yeah, but yeah, I was proud at that moment. I was really proud, and I'm like, we're not gonna stop there. We have big things coming up. So that's pretty much how it
I,
is.
I'm actually proud of you. Very
Oh,
proud of
thank you,
you
thank you,
because
thank you.
most of us are just used to seeing motivational speakers or like people who have made it who are way older, probably 40 something years old, not even 40,
Mhm,
probably 50, 60 years old, and then, but then
mhm.
it shows that it doesn't matter the age. And I actually love your school. I think I should have come there. It shows that it's
In
producing a lot
Minnesota,
of business. Yeah, from
yeah,
the
it's a
same,
good.
yeah, from the same school, you actually got like two partners from two different schools.
It's a good. We have a program, which actually it's called Center of Entrepreneurship and Development, whatever. I don't know the name. So the president of that program, she's an entrepreneur herself. She's big entrepreneur. So what they do is like, the TED Talks, like the TED Talk, the show, like when people go and talk about the businesses, like I don't know if
No,
you've seen those, but they do something like
probably in
that.
the US, yeah, but I haven't
Yeah, you
seen
see
it.
like Shark Tank.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, they do something like that where they have investors come in and they just present their idea. I have my friend. I know a lot of friends because again, I was a part of it. Like I didn't participate to those to like to the business
Intensive.
things, but I
Yeah.
was just admiring that person because that's the person that I know, right? The president of that committee. So I know her. And then whatever they have, the events, they have people that come with the ideas. Like it's very good. Like you have people that are really you have great ideas out there. People actually have good ideas. And then
Yeah.
yeah, and then it's all pretty much pushing the entrepreneurs to actually do things, and they get grants like $5,000, $10,000 grants to start their businesses. So it's a pretty good program. It's a
Yeah,
very good program.
that's also another idea, like someone out there, if you feel like you're in a community where you wish people to have would start like businesses, but then sometimes it's not about people not wanting to start. It's just like they don't have a person to look up to, right? So if you feel
Mhm.
like you have the potential in you for people to look up to, you can actually start something like that. You never know how many people you help out there. So anything can, even that can be a business. You can get
Yeah,
paid from
yeah.
universities and stuff. Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Absolutely.
um who's your role model? Like, who do you look up to?
Good
Like,
question. Good question. My mom.
wow.
My mom is everything to me. Like, I don't know even how to start. She's
Oh,
my role
you're making
model.
me emotional right now.
Yeah, I'm from Congo. Okay.
Yeah.
She has 5 kids, all boys. I don't have sisters, it's all guys. So we grew up very when I was a kid, I don't know, man, we started like I remember the days we were renting places, they kick us out. We are just yeah, it was insane back home.
Yeah.
It's obviously it's back in the days that was 2000, 1996,
Yeah.
1998. Like we're moving around, and yeah, my mom was just she's strong, and she just started a business back in Africa. She just started a business selling clothes, retails, and she told us, "My dream is to send all of you guys to study in the United States." That was a goal,
Wow. She was
just
very
that.
specific.
Yeah, she said, "Send all of you guys to study in the United States. It's expensive, right?" And yeah, so she worked hard. She gave us the life that at some point when she was really frugal. She didn't really show us that she had money, for example, right? And she was just working, 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 and her business started picking up. Her business started picking up. She opened up stores and stores and stores. When you're growing up, you don't know. You're a kid. Everything is fun for you, and that's how even how I got started with like in the business. I was selling stuff for her. It's like, keys, get this. I'll take shoes. I'll go to school, wear the nice shoes that she brings in. I used to dance like break dancing and play sport. So I used to be a kid that people were like, hey keys. So every time they see me with shoes, they're like, oh, where do you get these shoes? I'm like, hey, just I'll hook you up. That's how I started. I just started selling shoes. My mom gave me a wholesale price. I bump it up like a couple thousands. It's like franc, like the money in Congo, like a couple thousands,
Yeah.
and then I sell it. So I get my profit. That's how I used to do that back in school. I used to, and my mom taught me a lot. She just taught me a lot, and she sent us to the United States, all of us, all 5 of us.
Wow.
Yeah, so she made a dream. That's what I'm saying. Like my mom is my role model, and I talk to her almost every single day. Talk about life, talk about business, talk about family. She's
Yeah.
everything. She's everything, and I want to
Wow.
pretty much be like her. So yeah.
That's
She's
that's
the
a very
person that
nice
told me, that
story.
showed me that you can do everything if you set your mind to it. Like now
Yeah.
she's good. She visits here every time she wants. She comes here. She visits us pretty much all every year. That's why I've actually haven't been back home since I came here, because she always come here.
Um.
Me and her and my dad, they always come here. So I don't really see a reason why to go home sometimes. But now, because my brothers are here, everybody's, Now I'm
The
like,
whole
I'll go back
family.
home. Yeah, I'll go back home to visit again. Just visit home, go home and visit again and see how everything went down there and see what I can do down there as well.
Yeah,
So yeah, my
because of
mom
the
is my
business.
role model.
Wow. Actually, she didn't even know. She started it off as I want to take my kids to United States. She didn't even put it like I want to go, you know.
Mm-mm.
And now she's
That's what I'm saying.
actually
She
the one coming.
did everything for pretty much for the family.
To the family.
And that's one thing with me as well, that I'm doing everything. I'm not doing everything for myself. I do it for my family to give back. I want them to be good. Like my goal is to have them set where I want my family to be set, my kids in the future to be set. Like I'm not doing this for myself because what's the point? We're all passengers on this earth. We come and we go. The thing is, what do you leave when you go? You know. So yeah, that's kind of my
Okay.
mentality.
Thank you. We're waiting for that legacy
Yeah,
that you
it's
actually
coming.
leave.
It's coming.
Yes,
We'll keep in touch. We'll keep in touch.
definitely, definitely. I'll be waiting and I'll obviously host you again because I believe it's going to probably would be talking about some other businesses in the future, you know?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I can't wait. When I come back on your channel, just give me a time. Give me a
Different
year.
person, right?
I'll come back and we'll talk. We'll pick up from there. It's gonna be fun.
Okay, thank you. Thank you guys for
Mhm.
watching. It was a very interesting talk. We'll see you on another
Thank you.
episode. If you haven't
Yeah, thank
subscribed,
you
please
for.
subscribe, like, comment, and share.
No, I said thank you for having me on your podcast. I wish you all the best. Grow, don't stop, keep being consistent, and I would like to see many people coming on the show and keep
Yeah.
motivating other people as well. So thank you for having me.